Good morning, HD 562. Hope all is well with this gloomy Wednesday morning. As long as it's not raining, I'm good with that. I'm good. But today I just want to touch on one thing, just a quick presser. I got an email from one of your classmates asking in reference to the social action project and critical reflective paper. And the question is, discuss your project. And I'm reading this as you see my eyes turn away. Discuss your project and the beginning narrative dialogue that took place and the decisions that came out of this dialogue. So the clarification here is this. When you thought about your project, if you discussed it with someone, or you know how we have these moments, we all do, that we sit down and we may be looking at the phone or looking out in space or looking in the mirror and speaking to ourselves, looking for an answer back. But we do give ourselves an answer. But just asking a question of, okay, what am I to do this project on? So when you're doing that, if you did it with someone, what was the narrative? What did you talk about with this individual that you shared with? It could be a husband, boyfriend, daughter, son, mom, brother, whoever, coworker. You could have said, well, I have a project in this class, and it's on social justice, social action. Almost, what would I do if I was in a situation? Or finding things that interest me about people taking social action for social justice. It could go a few ways. And in the beginning, you should be writing about what you initially spoke about. And along the way, how did you switch course to where I may start? The first dialogue was probably about, hypothetically speaking, about being discriminated against at a Dodger game, and this is what I did. But as time went, I found something else to talk about. But that was my initial. And why did I start with that? Because that's the first thing that came to mind, was that I was discriminated against while I was in line trying to buy a Dodger dog. Again, this is all hypotheticals. Trying to buy a Dodger dog, and this is what happened. Would you consider that to be discriminatory? Would you consider that to be just me being in my feelings? It could be an abundance of different things. So when this question, and I'll repeat the question again, discuss your project and the beginning narrative dialogue, what I just talked about. What did you initially talk about with yourself in the mirror or with someone else that was in your presence that took place, and the decisions that came out of the first dialogue? So what I explained to you was what you initially spoke about, what you thought about, and if it stayed the same, I stayed with my same Dodger dog line, discrimination. And what did I do from a social perspective to take action? Or you could have said, that Dodger dog situation just didn't work out with me. I was in my feelings. I wasn't having a good day. I decided to do it on systemic racism at my job. So, giving you a little clarification of how you need to put this on paper. And then it goes to B, which discuss the next steps you are going to take in this project. Once you come up with a topic and what you really want to do after that initial, even if you stay with the initial, moving forward, what are you doing to move forward? And then, of course, C, reflect upon your participation in this project. In the Dodger dog situation, that was all you. Or maybe you saw someone else. Maybe you witnessed someone in a situation. And what did you do? Did you say anything, or did you bring it up to anyone? Is asking, what are your inner struggles around this social action? What changes has this project brought about in you, your values and perspectives? So I'm still using Dodger dog here. So going back to the Dodger dog, if I were to use the Dodger dog example, how did you play a part in that? What could you have done differently? Did you struggle? I'm answering all the things that they're asking. Did this have you to change your values and your perspectives on certain things? Have you grown from it? And if you think about one of my first videos talking about your papers, your first paper is going to be totally different from that reflective paper number 3 or 4, because you've grown in reading things and understanding, maybe looking at things totally different than what you did before. So now it's easier to jot things down and your path is clearer because now you can see all those trees in that forest, not just the trees that's initially in front of you. And then once you open up the leaves and the branches, you say, oh, I see all this. So if you have any more questions, hit me on the email. I'll put it on video. Hopefully this explain how you should move forward with your social action project. It's not due for another week or so, but it's still good to get ahead of it. And it's good stuff. But again, just be yourself. Use examples that you've read, seen, or even your own experiences are always better, because you can talk about how you felt and what you could do or what you would have done differently. So have a great day. Talk to everyone soon.